Hey guys, lucky-star-shi-roku here, and it's been a bit of a while, hasn't it? So I think it's about time that I gave you guys a little bit of an update of what's been going on in the past couple weeks. So if you remember, the last video I put out on the channel was me announcing that I was going to go on a little bit of a hiatus because of the National Mourning Period. For those, I'm sure everyone does know by now, uh, but just in case anyone is still out of the loop, Queen Elizabeth II has passed away, and when that happened, when a monarch passes away, the whole country goes into a national mourning period where basically all sorts of things kind of change, like the uh, TV schedules are changed significantly. Businesses are closed. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I do know there are a lot of changes out of respect for the royal family and obviously the Queen, the late monarch. But yeah, so the whole country went into national mourning. A lot of people went silent just out of respect, me included. So basically, I was just being respectful and decided to go on hiatus. Just didn't want to risk, I didn't want to risk being disrespectful. I'm not a royalist myself, but I can at least show respect, and that's what I did. So I didn't upload any videos. However, I was still working in the background just because I'm a workaholic, and I can still work on stuff in the background as long as I don't upload any of my work. I think that's the rule. As long as you don't, you can still work on stuff as long as it doesn't go out until after the funeral. So the funeral is now over. It's been over for a week now. I think I did want to wait a little bit longer until after all that. So roughly around Octoberish. Hang on, what is the date today actually? Is it nearly October? I think it nearly is. Almost. Let's see. Um, okay, so we're nearly into October. Like, there's only a few. There's only like apart from like after today, there's like 3 more days, and then we're in October. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Um, I was originally waiting until October time to upload anything. Just again, wanting to be respectful, not wanting to risk being disrespectful or anything, or I just wanted to wait until everything had gone back to normal. But from what I can tell, everything has gone back to normal. As the UK is starting to go back to normal, or at least as normal as it can be after such a massive loss. Um, but yeah, coming back from my hiatus. Now, first of all, one thing I want to address before getting into this is I know I did say that I wouldn't be doing a face cam video like this in this place until my apartment tour video goes out, but I'll be addressing that in a minute. So, um, basically, I'm breaking that rule just because the video is in development. It is being worked on, but we've had to delay it. And not just because of the mourning period either, because again, I have been working on stuff in the background, including this video, but in that time, something happened. Something happened which has caused a delay on a few videos. Um, so basically, I was continuing as normal, you know, um, and I went over to Aragor's to start to continue working on the apartment tour video, so it can be ready to go out once I come back from my mourning period hiatus. But while I was there trying to edit, I literally just arrived, and something happened which would um, complicate future editing sessions. So I literally just arrived, haven't even set up my hard drive or my laptop yet, and then all of a sudden, all of a sudden, I can't remember what day it was. I think it was a Sunday, but I arrive and then like Aragorn was just doing his own thing. I think he was like playing Frostpunk or Factorio or something like that, and all of a sudden I hear a loud bang, and the power goes off in the entire house. So naturally, something's happened. Um, so we obviously try to collect ourselves as quickly as we can, since obviously when the power goes out, when something blows, obviously it leaves you stunned for a little while. So once we're able to compose ourselves, we look into what happened. We get the power back on. We we trip. We untrip the things back in the main fuse box. We try to investigate to see what's happened. Assess any damage there might have been, and it wasn't a case that he'd overloaded the sockets or anything, because he's usually we're both very very careful about stuff like that, and UK plugs are very very safe, aside from stepping on one if it's up that way. If the plug's pointing up, that's the only dangerous thing about UK plugs. Generally, UK plugs are very very safe generally, and it wasn't a case of overloading them either. There's only a few things, like we're both very careful with plugs, like turning things off we're not using. The point is, it wasn't a case of overloading. I think what it was is one of Aragorn's plugs has been fixed with glue, because the plug on his hard drive, one of his hard drives, is plastic and not metal, where grounding should be. Grounding's important, it needs to be metal there, but it's just plastic, and it's come off a few times to the point where he's basically fixed it with glue, which is not exactly great, but it's the best he can do. And again, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a professional, I don't claim to know what I'm talking about, but it's based on what I've seen and heard Aragorn talk about. Basically, the plug was hot to the touch, which had never happened before. So he thinks that's what caused the power outage, or the fuse to blow, or whatever happened. So the plug was hot to the touch, which he unplugged, and then he was just going to get a new plug for the drive and not use it again. And then we went to assess the rest of the damage, the speakers that were plugged in, his CRTV, which is CR monitor, sorry, which luckily was okay. Not from what we could tell, nothing was damaged there. But one thing that did leave a little bit of damage, which would complicate editing sessions. Again, this is big. This is a big one, because this power outage, this fuse blown, whatever happened, this is going to affect our editing sessions from this point on until he can get it fixed. So basically, worried about the laptop's battery, he opened up his laptop to investigate what was going on, and he turned the power on. Like, obviously first he turned the power on, he checked it, wouldn't work, and then he reluctantly opened up the bottom of his laptop, because he said he never wanted to do that to his laptop, but he had to. So he took it apart to try and investigate what was going on, and he thinks maybe the battery was fried, because it would turn on, but that was about it. That's all it would do. The battery was kaput. It wouldn't charge. It was completely kaput. So naturally we couldn't do any editing then, so we just watched anime and got takeaways we would normally, and just treat it as a whole day from editing, So we just took it easy, and just took it easy and went about our day as normal, apart from the editing, and we waited to see what happened. So we just went about our day as per normal, and then I would come back. I think on the Tuesday, because that was Sunday, and then we came back on the Tuesday. He said that he's had it looked at since then, since obviously it was after the funeral and the shops were opening again. Since the Monday was a bank holiday because of the funeral, so nothing was going on. But he had seen it again. He'd had it looked at in between that time, and he thought he had it fixed, like the battery was fixed, but the battery wasn't the only issue. It wasn't the only issue. The battery was fixed. The laptop would boot up again, but that wasn't the only thing that had damaged. Because when he tried to hook up, I went back to try and have the video edited again. This was the apartment tour video we're working on, or tried to work on, but I went back on the Tuesday to try and have another attempt at it. And he plugged my hard drive in, plugged his laptop in, and did all the stuff he normally does, but it wasn't just the battery, there was another issue. He could no longer plug his, because he uses dual screening. He uses dual screening with his laptop, and then he uses TV as a dual screen setup. But he could no longer do that because I think the ports using the ports that you use to link up a computer to a TV, the HDMI or SCART or whatever. I don't know, but basically that had been, like, the port for that had been buggered as well. So again, we couldn't do any editing. That was on Tuesday. So we're still waiting for him to have it looked at again. So basically I'm just on standby right now. I'm not even, like, when I do go, like, apparently we're gonna be waiting a few weeks or so. So I'm not taking my laptop, I'm not taking my hard drive. We're just watching anime as usual, not even doing any editing until we know. Basically, we're just on standby until we know what's going on, which is obviously it's an inconvenience for definite, because it means we can't work on the apartment tour video, which was meant to go out, and there's a few other videos, like we can't work on, like, even once that's finished, we can't work on Sonic Adventure DE, which we are meant to beginning, or like continuing with episode 11. So that's had to be halted as well. So that's what's going on there. Basically, there was a power cut or a blown fuse or something, which damaged Aragorn's laptop, so we can't edit anymore until we have a better idea of what's going on. So we're basically all on standby. That's what's going on in that regard. Which, again, I just need you guys to be a bit patient, because obviously we can't edit right now until that's fixed. And that's one thing I wanted to just quickly say. Just be a little patient with us, because we need to get this looked at. But as soon as it's fixed, we will resume the editing process. Okay, in other news, what else has happened? I think a few more things has happened in between that time, but that was the main one. Okay, so like I mentioned, I have been continuing to work, continuing to record and work on stuff behind the scenes. Again, in a hiatus, during a hiatus, is a hiatus from uploading. I still work on stuff behind the scenes in every hiatus, just because I'm a workaholic. And so I have been working on stuff, and I've been getting back to work on a video that I've been delaying for a while, just because, we need more time, more assets and stuff. But I have started to work on that again, which hopefully should be coming out on November 15th, 2020, which was always, like, that's always been the plan, to upload it then. I did tease at it a while ago, back in 2021, I think it was. Like, it was literally just a black image with the date that the video is meant to go out. So we're still hoping to make it out in time. Like, it's almost October, which means we've got the entirety of October, and then a little bit of November to work on it. I've created all the assets, all the videos that need to be done, so it's literally just working on it. So we'll try and get that done in time for November 15th, but there is a chance we may need to delay it. Worst case scenario. I hope we don't, but again, if we have to delay it, I'll upload a video on that day just explaining what's going on, and then, you know, we'll have to play it by ear, unfortunately. Oh, what else? I think there's something else. Also, my secondary editor, Pixel, who's working with me on this video that's going out on the 15th, he's also looked at my intro and outro sequence for my channel, because I think I remember people saying that my intro it stutters a bit at the beginning, and for a long time there's been nothing I could do about that, because that's just how it was recorded and I can't edit on my own, and Aragor, he's got enough to work on as it is without working on that. So Pixel, my second editor, my emergency editor, took a look at the intro and outro sequence, and he did a bit of work. He edited in Sony Vegas, and he did a bit of work on it, basically removing the stutter, making it go a lot smoother, and also added a blue glow. So we might not see it for a while, as we still need to like render it, we still need to work on it some more, but we have definitely started to fix the outro sequence. So the intro and outro sequence might be fixed. So we might have to wait a little bit longer before we start seeing it in video, but we have started working on it. So just be a little bit patient. We have worked on fixing it. We're going to have to use the old one for now, but it's definitely been worked on. So just be patient. What else? Has anything else happened in that time? Also, I have been working on other PC games to try and get them working. I've been working on Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and Jimmy Neutron, the Jimmy Neutron games, the old PC XP games. Now, I did say I've got them working, but there's still a few minor issues which we're trying to fix for those Let's Plays. And again, we've been working on that quite a bit, so that's basically what's been going on in between the hiatus. That's just what's been going on during that time. Again, I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop, give you a little update, since again I've not uploaded for a while because of obviously the mourning period, and I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on now that I am starting to return and starting to upload again. Now, there are a couple of videos that I was hoping to wait until the apartment tour was ready to release, but since obviously we've had to delay that, I just thought, screw it, I'll just upload them and just make this video to explain why all that's going on. So this is that video. So just know that we have begun working on the apartment tour and a few other videos, and we've had to delay them just because our editing setup is currently compromised and we need to fix it. But as soon as that's fixed, as soon as all that's done, we will be uploading the videos. And again, it's not like you can see much. It's literally just one angle. This video goes into more detail about it. So this is like the little teaser, and then that video will be going into more detail about it. So think of it like that. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave this video. It's currently 1 in the morning right now. I've had to record this a little bit later than usual just because I was knackered when I got back from work and needed a nap, and that nap took longer than I anticipated. But yeah, that's going to about do it for this video. I might upload it in the morning now, perhaps. I don't know, we'll have to see. But anyway, that is going to about do it for this video, guys. As always, you know the drill. I don't really need to say it anymore, but like, subscribe, ring the bell, turn notifications on, check the sub box, check the channel, you know, usual stuff. And with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, Have a good day, you guys.